will you believe about another campaign?
Yeah, look, the last campaign was obviously ended on the biggest high we could get, but now we're into another one, and it's about, it's a different tournament, and it's exciting. Of course it is. We finally, qualified and kind of got rid of, people thinking that we could never do it and things like that. It's been a long time, but now it's about building on that, and it's about trying to go into the next one full of confidence and, try and, tick that box as well. It'd be incredible to play in a World Cup, and, we'll be trying everything to try and be competitive in this group to make sure that happens.
Is it about being fully focused on this campaign on its own rather than letting your mind kind of wander onto the Euros in a couple of months' time as well?
Look, that was an easy one. The first day we had a meeting, we spoke about certain things that we had to speak about the Euros, about certain dates and things like that, so the lads knew, and then it was put to bed and it was forgotten about because, we can't have one eye on, 3-4 months' time. We've got to have our full focus on this World Cup qualifying campaign, because in a normal life these would maybe be, a couple of friendlies building up to it, but because we missed a lot of international football, it's competitive games, and you can't get campaigns off to a bad start. We've done that a couple of times in previous, and you then build momentum near the end, and it's just too little, too late. So it's important we try to get off to a good start. We've got tough games, but we believe we can be competitive in them, and if we bring the confidence that we have, then I believe we can cause any team in this group problems.
And how important is momentum in football, and is it almost difficult to explain sometimes when you're on a roll that it just keeps happening, and obviously conversely, it's maybe difficult to get off. Do you really want to push forward that feel good factor and make sure that you do stay on a roll?
Yeah, exactly that. Like you said, with us, qualifying and ticking that box in November, we then had the momentum, and it's important that it maybe came at the worst international month for that, because you wait then another kind of 4 or 5 months to play an international game. But you could see the boys walking in on Sunday and Monday with a big smile on their face and ready to go and ready to pull on a Scotland shirt again, and that's what we've tried to create. And the feel good factor is still there, and it's still in training, and it's still in the hotel, but it's about taking that onto the pitch, and that's always been the difficult thing, but it's about something that we've done over the last couple of international breaks. So it's about just trying to carry that on. We know Austria tomorrow is going to be a really tough game. We know the qualities that they've got, but we know the qualities we've got as well, and we believe that if we're at our best, then we can cause them problems, but we need to show that.
When you haven't seen the guys for 4 or 5 months, as a captain, do you take it upon yourself maybe to sit down and make sure you're all chatting together about your goals and about your targets, about your mindset as well? Make sure you're on the same page.
Yeah, we have, but I think the mindset and the goals of all the players are pretty clear. I think you can see that just walking into a room with them all. You can see that they're all driven individuals, which helps a driven team, and that's what, credit to the manager and the coaches, as soon as they've come in, that's what they've tried to get across to us, and we've all bought into it. So when new lads come in, they kind of see the nucleus of the squad, 17, 18 of us, how we approach training, approach games, and approach represent our country, and they buy into it. So we have done that, of course we have, but we don't have to, because you can see it in the lads, and like you said, over that kind of 4 or 5 months of not seeing each other, it was important we kept contact, and we all did, and that's why when you come in here you catch up with them, of course, but we're ready to go and we're ready to work again, and hopefully this week can be successful.
They're not your foes on Sunday, Andy, Israel, but Austria, a novelty. I don't think you'll have come up against them. Yeah,
I don't think we've played Austria. I can't remember the last time Scotland had played them. I can't remember certainly, but we know their qualities. We've watched them. We've been in meetings all week and seen videos of them, and they're a very good team. Full of quality. And obviously there was talk about, will their full team come, will they not? But they've all travelled, so we're playing against their strongest team, and we'll need to be at our best to beat them. But if we are, then we definitely can cause them problems, we believe, and hopefully then we can take our chances. But it's also about trying to keep them out the other end, and trying to build on last year where we kept quite a lot of clean sheets, because that's key to winning games, and that's what we need to do in this campaign to get anywhere where we want to be.
What would you say Austria's strengths were in particular?
they've got good width by the fullbacks. The fullbacks bomb on. You know, obviously David Alaba speaks for himself. You know, a fantastic player, fantastic career. Their midfielders are hard working. They've got, you know, big guy up top that can hold the ball in and things like that. So look, they're a very good team. They're very confident. They can build up from the back and, you know, comfortable on the ball. So, you know, we need to be at our best where our, you know, our shape needs to be good, and then we need to press at the right moments, and if we do that and we win it back, then I believe we can hurt them. But it's about us trying to play our game plan to the best possible way, and if we do that, then I believe we can get a result. We've been really good under this manager by doing that, you know, following his instructions, following what he wants, and seeing out the game plan. And I believe if we do that tomorrow night, we can get a result.
The manager was saying that, you know, a happy dressing room is a successful one. How much does that apply to Scotland, and how much is it now beginning to feel like a club mentality? You know, you've mentioned that all the boys are keeping in touch and sort of familiar faces and stuff. How important is that?
Well, that's what we try to create. You know, I think the gaffer maybe spoke to a couple of us when he first came in and maybe said what was maybe missing or whatever. And I think a lot of us said, you know, that club mentality. You know, there was a lot of, you know, at one time there was a lot of kind of chopping and changing in the squad. There was maybe 7 or 8, maybe 9 sometimes new faces every time, and it's hard to then build relationships off the park and build that. You know, build their friendships. And now, like you said, we've got that kind of nucleus where there's, you know, kind of maybe 17, 18 that are familiar with everyone, and then the new lads come in and we make it easy for them to fit in. So, you know, it is a club-like mentality here now. All the boys got on off the park. We all are close, and that makes a huge difference because it makes you run that extra yard for each other on the pitch. It makes you do that extra run. It makes you, you know, fight for each other that wee bit more. And I think you've seen that over the last, you know, couple of international breaks, and it's about now carrying that on and keep fighting for each other, and I'm sure we will do that.
Do you think that bond has been strengthened because of what you went through with the qualifying together? We've obviously seen the scenes of celebration and whatnot. I mean, that must create a bond that's very hard to break, not only on the field but off it.
Yeah, 100%. You know, having something to celebrate like that, you know, it's probably been few and far between for a Scotland team, and being able to qualify for a major tournament, it was massive for us. So you know, we celebrated in the right way, and like you said, it was a great night, and it brought us probably even closer together. So, you know, on the night that we finally qualified for a tournament, it done more for us than anything, because after the game and at night, then the squad got even closer, I believe, and you can see that now. You know, the relationships off the park are even stronger now than they probably were in November and October and things like that, and they'll only build on it. You know, we're a relatively young squad. Hopefully a lot of us have still got a lot of international football left in us, and the longer it goes, the stronger it gets, and hopefully that's the case.
And on that, in terms of yourself personally, I mean, I don't want to compare anything to a Champions League one, but as a captain leading your side out at a World Cup, where does that sort of rank for you in terms of not only your ambitions, but where would it sit in your career?
Yeah, look, it'd be right up there. I've always been somebody that's not looked too far ahead, so I won't think about that until we're maybe that bit closer. But look, it'd be incredible. The Euros will be special as it is, but the World Cup's the next level up. You know, you're playing against the whole world. You're playing against, you know, the big countries in South America and Africa and things like that. So, you know, the World Cup is special, and we would love to represent our country there. Of course, all of us would, but we've got a lot of games in our hands to get us anywhere close to that, and we need to be our best throughout the whole campaign, not in spells. And if we do that, then I believe we've got a chance. But the group's full of quality, and there's only one automatic place up for grabs, and I'm sure everyone will be trying to go for it.
Andy, how do you feel your own personal form is right now?
Yeah, look, I think we have, as Liverpool, we've bounced back. You know, the last couple of results have been more like us. You know, there's a bit more responsibility put on, you know, me and the things like that this season, with being one of the only ones that's kind of managed to stay fit. You know, probably more luck than anything. But look, I've enjoyed the responsibility. I've enjoyed that added, you know, pressure of it. But of course, when the club when we don't get results like we did over Christmas period and into January, February, then it's not good enough. It doesn't matter what individuals are doing or anything. We're a team and it wasn't good enough, and all of us weren't good enough. So that was disappointing, but I believe personally and collectively we're getting back to where we should be. But it's about building momentum, which at club level we've struggled with this season.
Do you feel like going through tough moments like that makes you a better player, better leader as well, especially as captain of Scotland?
Potentially, I'll let you know. We probably don't know that until, of course, with the injuries we got at Liverpool, a lot of them were our leaders. When we lost, Henderson, Van Dijk, Fabinho, Milner for a period of time. You've lost a lot of, leaders there, and that's, it's the injuries are bad enough, but then the personnel you're losing is sometimes makes it even worse. So, of course, me and Wijnaldum and people like that probably had to step up that bit more. But look, that adds to it. It's part of your job, and I've always tried to lead on and off the pitch, whether I've got the armband, whether I've not got the armband. It doesn't make a difference to me, and hopefully I've done that. But hopefully we have the boys back soon.
Just finally going back to the game tomorrow night. Obviously it's the opening match, so you don't want to call it a must-win. But when you're playing the second seed and they're likely the ones you'll be rivaling in for second or first place, do you feel like when it's at home, it's a game you really need to win to seize the initiative and be out in front, so you're not chasing the tail end of the group?
Look, you only know that once you're at the end of the campaign. Of course you do. You only know how important, 3 points where you pick up, or sometimes 1 point and things like that, how important they are at an end of a campaign. But every team wants to get the campaign off to a good start. That's, everyone wants to do that. Everyone will be trying to do that tonight, tomorrow night, Friday. So that's what you want. You want the first 3 points on the board, of course you do, but Austria will want that as well, and they'll be coming over here. Unfortunately, there's no fans in the stadium, so home games sometimes don't feel like home games just now. And but look, we'll be trying to get off to a good start. We need to be at our best to try and beat them, and hopefully we are, because if we are, then I do believe we can cause them problems. But they'll believe they can cause us problems as well, and it's about trying to stop that, and hopefully a good defensive display off us, and hopefully we can take our chances when they falter us as well.
Given it's an empty stadium, Andy, is there such a thing as home advantage in football in these COVID times?
Look, there still is. You're familiar with the surroundings, you're familiar with everything else, but your home advantage starts with the fans. It starts and really ends with your fans. If there's a full Hampden Stadium, it makes a huge difference in qualifying games. But unfortunately, in times we are just now, then unfortunately we can't have any of them in. So look, we're missing them. I'm sure they're missing Hampden as well, and I just hope in the summer we can get them in for the 2 games we've got there. But that's for another conversation. But tomorrow we know it's going to be an empty stadium, and all players in world football now is unfortunately used to that now. And but it's just about trying to win the game, and hopefully we can do that.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.